Let's get an acceleration and see how the 6.6 liter diesel performs. Whoa. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy, and in today's video, we're going over a 2020 Chevy 3500 LTZ. And really in today's video, we're going to be going over whether or not now is the time to get one of these trucks. So first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Murray for providing us with the truck. Check out their inventory in the link below. Let's get right into the video. Under the hood here is the Duramax, which is a 6.6 liter V8 diesel engine. Goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 445 horsepower and then 910 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Chevy 3500. So I like the venting there at the hood, makes it look a little bit more aggressive. The front end overall has grown on me. I love the look of the LED lights, and then the lights just down below. Yeah, it's just so bright, but it's just so cool, kind of that look. If you're wondering why it's flickering, it's just the frame rate on the camera versus the lighting. And then you can see the parking sensors here, fog lights, tow hooks as well. Giant Chevrolet logo right there. And that's everything for the front. Coming around the side here, we've got two 75mm tires and 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then in terms of the suspension, here's kind of like a quick look at everything there in the front end. You can see a little shock right there. You got the Z71 badging because this does have the off-road package. 3500 HD. See the massive mirror right there. You got the step there on the side, and then here's a look at the shock there in the rear that comes with the Z71 package. But it is going to take me a second because this truck is absolutely massive, and there's your full side profile. Here's our key fob for the 3500. You've got the unlock, the lock function, remote start, and then the drop down for the tailgate. The remote start's pretty simple. Lock it and then hold that down, and she'll start right up pretty quickly. And then if you press it again, that'll shut it off. Press this twice, and that will actually lower down the tailgate. Extremely slow with that, but you can see popping here into the rear. Full bed liner here in the back. And then you can see here on the side, you've got the little LED lights, and then, sorry, it's pretty dark here, but you can see the little power outlet right there. Got the Chevy logo, and then there is a camera up there that actually goes over the bed. You see that a little bit later in the video. But lifting up the tailgate, super light. Let's finish things up with the rear. You've got the rest of the taillight, which is just like Chevy's new signature LED lights. Parking sensors all along the back, and you got the little bed step right there. Super simple, really easy to use. LTZ badging, Silverado badging, pretty straightforward. Let's finish things up here. Now, if you guys are wondering, DEF and then your diesel, pretty straightforward with that. And then opening up the rear, which before we do that, notice that we do get keyless entry back here, which is pretty cool. Actually opening up the rear, you can see you've got the padding right there with the wood trim. And then you can see the seats here in the rear. They do have these nice perforations on them. They're really soft. I just reviewed a Trail Boss, and this definitely feels softer than what is in the Trail Boss. And then you can see right here, you've got some storage behind the seat itself. And then lifting this up, you got some storage down below as well. You got the heated seats here in the rear, and then a couple of charging stations. And then you got some cup holders. Let's actually pop in, step in height. Ugh. Got to definitely take like a lunge. But if you guys are wondering, I'm 5'11". There's kind of what my leg room is like. And then in terms of headroom, it's actually really solid as well. The last thing I forgot to mention, got some more cup holders, and yeah, just way softer than what's in the Trail Boss. Coming here to the front, we got keyless entry again, and opening it up, you can see that you've got all of the soft touch here on the door handle, and then the wood trim again, all of your window controls, and then this is actually your mirror extender. So you can see right here, you can actually extend the mirrors out, which is pretty neat little feature, definitely different. You've got your memory seat controls, your door lock and unlock, and then here are the seats at the front. Again, you got the soft leather, all of the perforations throughout, and definitely feels nice to the touch. You've got the controls on the side of the seat, and then there is the pedal layout, your parking brake, light controls all in this little area, your driveline select in this area, your drive mode select, and there's one more look before we pop in. Time to start up this here diesel. Boom! Here's the steering wheel in the 3500. You guys will notice you got the voice commands here, phone controls, all the controls to the center stack, radio controls in the back of the steering wheel, cruise control, your collision assistance, heated steering wheel, and then you see over there you've got the controls to the windshield wipers, and then over here you can see you've got the column shifter. Again, you can shift through that 10-speed automatic if you want, and by the way, it doesn't make the clicking sound like in the 1500. 1500 when you press on the brake, oh there it is actually, I lied. It's a clicking sound that tells you that you can actually unlock the shifter, which is pretty cool. Now here is the gauge cluster. You've got RPMs on the left side, on the right side you've got the speed, and then they're in the center. You can see there's a couple different menus you can kind of scroll through, give you different bits of information on the truck. go through your navigation, your phone, music, information, all that kind of stuff. Pretty straightforward. But the cool thing is the drive mode. So you've got the tow haul mode, which will pop up with that little orange trailer. Hopefully you guys can see that little guy. Hey buddy. And then you got the drive modes. You got your normal and your off-road mode. That's it. Normal, off-road, no in between. Here's the center infotainment system, which first off, we're gonna pop it into reverse so you guys can see the backup camera system. I mean, there is like literally a bajillion, yep, that's a new number, bajillion, different views on this camera system. You can literally see every single part of the truck. Yeah, it's crazy. Cargo camera, everything. It's a good camera system. I really like Chevy's camera system. I think that right now, in terms of trucks, Chevy actually probably has the best one in the business. And that's all for the camera. Now for the rest of the infotainment system, you guys know I like this infotainment system. I had it in my Camaro ZL1 and response time on it is really good actually. Just like the functionality on the Apple CarPlay was super easy to use, and oh my god, the things I do for you guys. Anyways, with the rest of the infotainment system done, down below you can see the analog controls for the radio, and then you've got the controls for the climate system as well. Heated and ventilated seats, which yes, the ventilated seat is definitely on right now. And then you can see here your hill descent control, that's for the outlets, stability control, hazard lights, that's a tailgate drop down, parking sensor, lane departure, diesel exhaust brake, trailer brakes, and then you can see you've got a couple areas where you can charge devices like a full power outlet, which is pretty cool. Got the whole area you can control or charge your phone rather, and that's all for this whole area. Center console right here, and opening it up you can see storage space is pretty decent, and sorry that was really short. There you go. Anyways, cup holders right here. You've got the glove boxes on the top and the bottom. You've got soft touch all along the dash, and there is that. Top here we've got a sunroof, which is pretty nice, and then you can see you've got the power sliding window here in the back, and that is everything for the top. Well, now that we're done here with the interior, let's talk about how many cows this truck is worth. So you just have to trade 120 cows and you yourself can own a Chevy 3500. And no, I'm serious, this truck's $74,000, which is about 120 cows if you sold cows. Anyways, let's take her out and see how she drives. Quick talk about visibility here in the 3500 before we set off. So you guys can see visibility over the hood, and then here's through both of the mirrors, and then all throughout the rear as well with visibility. You can see it's all pretty solid, and that all being said, set off. Setting off here in the Chevy 3500, and I think it's kind of funny that I'm driving this crazy towing truck but on the road and we're not towing with it. Anyways, if you guys are wondering, the towing capacity on this truck's about 20,000 pounds, which is just absolutely insane to think that a regular single wheel truck can just tow that much from the factory. It just blows my mind. But initially setting off, like I already talked about before, the visibility is really good. This has that camera mirror that the newer Chevys have, which is pretty neat because then you don't have anything obstructing the view out back when you look at the mirror. In terms of the road noise and the ride quality, super smooth actually for a heavy duty truck. And then there's not a whole lot of noise that comes through into the cabin. It's actually very well insulated, so it's a really good experience overall with driving. And we'll kind of see what the handling is as we are coming up here. Brakes are really good actually. And that person, of course, I got the right away, buddy. Anyways, going through, yeah, it was really good. The steering, very light and effortless. And again, like I said, this truck is very easy to point. So just really solid on that in general. And going over these, yeah, you can see they don't really upset the truck that much. Let's get an acceleration and see how the 6.6 liter diesel performs. Whoo! I haven't driven a diesel truck in a minute. Forgot how quick they are. Like, seriously, forgot how quick they are. Super powerful. Like, it is really solid. I don't really feel like I need any more power. Now, compared to the Dodge and the Ford definitely feels a little bit quicker. The Ford, you'll get a little bit more tire spin because, well, it's got 1,050 pound-feet of torque, people. It's a lot. And then the Dodge, you don't get as much drama off the line. It's pretty much just like all torque, so it just feels like this big punch, but it's not really like crazy like the Chevy or the Ford. So I feel like the Dodge definitely kind of feels the slowest, but the torque is really good. The Chevy feels like it's in the middle, and the Ford feels like it's the quickest, but they all tow about the same amount of weight, so who cares? But let's get into summing things up with this truck. So I think that right now is a great time to buy these trucks, just because we're pretty much at the end of the model year, and so the truck manufacturers are going to be giving the best deals on the trucks right now. So you're going to be able to get a really good deal on this truck since it's pretty much at the end of the model year. They've also had time to work out the kinks with the new 2020s, so later build trucks like this one, they're, like I said, they're gonna have a chance to work out all of the kinks, so you're gonna be really solid on that. And so just like as an overall package, I think it's a really solid package. Great towing capacity if you need a truck that tows, and you're gonna get a good deal on trucks right now. Like it's crazy. You might not be able to find the exact spec that you want because there's not a whole lot of vehicles in the market, but again, you'd be able to get a really good deal on it. So I think if you've been waiting to buy a 2020 Chevy 3500 or 2500, I think now is the time to buy. Here's little stickers that I forgot to put into the video. Oops. So there's that sticker. And there's that sticker. And there's that sticker. You're welcome. That is going to sum things up for today's video on the 2020 Chevy 3500 LTZ. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Murray for providing us with the truck. Check out their inventory in the link below. I will see all of you in the next video.